Am I too late for September favorites? Maybe. It's like almost mid-October, but I'm gonna do them because I have some fun products that I want to share with you. Makeup, there's been a lot of new makeup, but not everything ended up in my favorites. But I do have some like clothing and just random stuff. So I'm excited about it. Grab something to drink, hang out with me, and let's get started. Like always, I will have timestamps down below so you can kind of skip ahead if you're not interested in an area. And I do have some application videos of me applying this makeup with my favorite products. But let's start with hair. I have one product for hair, and this is for my curly girls. If you love a nice kind of hydrating cream for your curls that also helps hold them, this Rizos curls, this is the curl defining cream. This is so beautiful. It makes my curls look healthy and bouncy. It still gives them shape, but it's not like that hard cream. I've been loving it so much. I actually use it by itself. You could add a gel with it if you want a little bit more hold, but I've learned that my curls, like my natural curls, do much better when I put less product in them. So I've been really liking this. I think it does a really good job at defining the curls and helping with that frizz. I really like this. I don't wear my hair naturally curly too often just because it's so hard to maintain, but when I do wear curly, that is my new go-to like cream product, and I love it. It also smells really, really good. Yeah, it smells incredible. For skincare, I kind of have been keeping it the same. I didn't add or take anything away, but there is one new product to me that I've started incorporating, and this is from U Beauty. Now, I love U Beauty. It is one of my favorite skincare brands that I've discovered in the past, I want to say year. It really is a brand that I've seen instant results, and they sent over the tinted hydrator. So this is their normal hydrating cream with tint in it, and it is so good. The product itself won't give you a ton of coverage. So here is the shade 4. It'll give a little bit. It's like a tint, but it is enough for me for day to day. And it also gives me that hydration, that glow. It sets down really nicely. And this tint, it's perfect, you know? It's just enough to smooth out my skin, to give me hydration. Again, it's mainly a skincare product, which I do use their hydrator, like the big bottle. I am almost out of that one, so kind of running low on it. And these are not cheap, but I think they are so beautiful. This is a good everyday moisturizer for me. Mostly if you have drier skin, I think you would really, really love it. So yeah, this is a new discovery that I absolutely love, and I know it is very expensive, but I don't treat it as a skin tint. I treat it as an actual skincare product that has the benefit of having a slight tint to it. That is it for skincare. I do have some fragrances as well. And fragrances this month was kind of weird because half of the month of September was still very hot, like we're talking 90s, and then it kind of went down a little bit. So I don't know, I feel like I was all over the place with fragrances, but I'll share a couple that I either got compliments on. Actually, all of these I got multiple compliments on, but also the ones that I've been gravitating towards more. Let's start with probably the most, I would say, feminine out of all of them. This is m.ph, and this is a beautiful kind of rose scent, but it is very sexy. If you think of Delina mixed with Baccarat 540, it's something like that. It's like a mixture of that, but dare I say more elegant and a little bit more refined. This fragrance gave me so many compliments. I was actually walking down 12th South in Nashville, and I had multiple people comment on my scent as I was walking by. They're like, "Oh my gosh, you smell so good." Somebody stopped me and asked me to write down the actual name of this. So it is definitely a potent fragrance. It's not close to skin. It also lasts a long time. and it is beautiful. If you like that DNA of Baccarat 540, but you want it a little bit more rosy, that's almost chemically, this is it. This is so beautiful. Next, I have a fragrance that I actually mentioned it, I think in last month's video, but it's still a favorite. It's still my top 5 this month, and this is Cedrus by Chloe. And I think I gravitate towards this one so much because it smells so clean, and I wouldn't say necessarily fresh. It is more of a woodsy scent, and I love those kinds of scents. It's also not too masculine because some woodsy notes can pull quite masculine, but this one on the skin is so beautiful. It does have some sandalwood, a little bit of spice from cardamom, and it is a skin scent. So this isn't something that's so potent that everybody's gonna smell you. And I think that's why I've been gravitating towards this. I've been training a lot. So if I train jiu-jitsu. So I don't want to put that morning something like patiala, because even though I train later in the day, this is still going to be on my skin, and I don't want to intoxicate people that I spar with. So something like this, it's such a clean scent. It's woodsy and fresh in a way, but it's not intoxicating, yet you still smell clean. And I think this is a perfect everyday scent that's not too intense. So yeah, this is a great one. In the same kind of note of being clean, I've finally tried the 1111 like in Skye. They sent over the 1111 like smaller ones, and then the 1111 Azure. I don't know which one I like better. They're both very musky, clean scents. I also have the oil. This is the perfume oil. So what I've been doing, I've been putting the perfume oil first and then going in with the sprayer with the perfume, and the layering is perfect. I will absolutely repurchase these like in a big bottle, but I really like both of them. The 1111 is just a little bit softer, more clean skin. The Azure, I think it's a little bit more punchy, and I think I like it more. I'm not sure. These are kind of new to me, so it's not like I wore them all month long, but I want to say it's been a week and a half since I got them, and I really do like both. Yeah, so these are great. I know a lot of people rave about these fragrances, and there's a reason. They are wonderful, and I like the price as well. Now, the next fragrance is one that I'm surprising myself for picking, because I am not a huge lover of vanilla. I know a lot of people absolutely love that sweeter vanilla. I can't do that. If I like a vanilla, it has to be a little bit more unique and a little bit more refined. It can't be that sugary, sweet caramel fragrance. This is Fugazi Vanilla Haze, and this is a vanilla fragrance, don't get me wrong, but it has something unique to it. It has some milky notes to it. It also has some nuttiness in it. In the opening, it does have this almost like mandarin brightness, and then it definitely calms down to like tonka, vanilla. And I don't think it's in the notes, but I smell some sort of booziness with this one. And it's not that super sickly sweet vanilla whatsoever. I think it's on the other side of more nutty vanilla rather than sugary vanilla. And because it's been getting a little colder outside, I've been reaching for this for the past, I want to say 2 weeks. And I got lots of compliments on this one. It is very crowd pleasing. A lot of people are gonna like it. And I would only reach for this in the winter months, but that's just personal preference because I don't love a vanilla, a warm vanilla. I prefer brighter citrusy, more maybe green scents. But this is a vanilla that I really do like. And I think it is a little bit more elegant. It's not super sweet. And it is just very pleasant to wear, and on the skin it lasts forever. So yeah, this I pulled back out the past couple of weeks, like I mentioned, and I got a lot of compliments. I enjoy using it. Those are the fragrances that I wanted to share. I've used many different fragrances this month. I feel like it's been all over the place, but the ones that I got a lot of compliments on and that I really enjoyed were these. Before I move on to makeup, I do have a couple clothing items that I want to share with you guys. Madewell had a sale, so I bought quite a few things for Andrew, but I also discovered a pair of jeans that is so perfect for my body type. These are the perfect vintage wide leg crop jean. And I mean, you can't tell. I'll probably post a picture somewhere, but I love the fit of these. First of all, I really like the color, and these have a little bit of an elastic. I actually have the longer version as well. That one has more elastic than this one, but they fit so well. They are a little slouchy. I did go with a size 28. Yes. So usually I'm 28, 27, around 27, 28. And the person in Madewell were like, just size down because they do stretch. But I like them a little bit baggier. I don't want my jeans to fit perfectly, so I will usually go a size bigger. I want them low rise and kind of a little bit baggier, and these fit perfectly. I love this style. I feel like this sits so well on my body. My body type, I would say, is quite maybe hourglass. Like I have a smaller waist, but I do have bigger thighs and lower body, and this fits my body shape really, really well. I also love the longer version. The longer version, they have lots of different colors. But yeah, this is a new discovery. I know it's very popular for Madewell, but I never tried it before, and I went in store and tried it, and I thought it was beautiful. And then because it's fall here, I kind of got carried away with sweaters. I have many that I purchased and kind of try to find my style. This one right here is from J.Crew. It's the Crewneck Sweater. I also have it in white, like a off-white, or is it pure white? I don't know. I really like it. This one has some stripes in it, and it is quite big and baggy. I really like it. And this is in the size small. It's quite baggy. And usually I size up in my tops, in my sweaters, and I still had to stick with a small because the medium was like swallowing me. So this is definitely a favorite. It's 100% cotton. I'll link everything down below. But I think the sweater that I love even more than this one is this one from Reformation. This is a cashmere sweater. Again, I'll just like post some pictures from online. And I really like this color story. I know that the blue and brown is super popular, but for my skin tone, this one works so much better. It is cashmere, it is super soft, and it's also quite thin. So for cashmere, I love cashmere, don't get me wrong, but if they're too thick, I can't wear them that often unless it's kind of cold outside. But this one, I can wear it even in like 60-degree weather. It works really well. You can put a white t-shirt under, and it's so beautiful. It feels so nice. I sized up to a medium because I wanted it a little baggy. I actually tried on the large version of this one, but it was again swallowing me a little bit too much. So yeah, I think this is beautiful. If you like it normal fit, go with your normal size. If you like it a little bit baggier, size up, but I like it, and it does have this on the bottom, and I just think it's timeless. It's chic. Definitely cashmere is an investment. So I wanted to go with a classic color, but I love the stripes and just the fit. It's so beautiful and so soft. And talking about sweaters and clothing, I have this right here. This is Miss Mouth's Messy Eater. I think this is created for kids, but I actually use it all the time. It's the stain treater, and I also have the little pen. I have that in my purse, but this, you spray it right on the stain. Let's say I have some ketchup here. I spray it there, and then you kind of flick it off and clean it. And you may have to do it multiple times if it's something like ketchup that's a little bit more intense, but I use this all the time on my clothes because I am quite particular with my clothes. I try to take care of them, and if there's just one tiny stain, I don't want to wash the whole thing. So something like this comes in handy, and this is one of the better ones that I found that you don't have to go and wash it after. So I I really like it and I thought I would mention it. And last kind of fashion clothing item are loafers. Now I am loving loafers so much. I have multiple colors, multiple styles of loafers, but I've discovered the most comfortable loafers, and these are it right here. These are from Reformation, and I cannot tell you how comfortable these are. They come in multiple colors. This is their more brownie color, but there is something so comfortable about these. I did not have to break them in. They even have padding here where you would kind of get blisters when you try to break in a loafer. I love the cut of it. I love the ruching kind of around here. I like everything about it. It is a softer leather, so it's not that loafer that's very like the hard leather. I do have some of those and love them, but these are just the most comfortable ones, and I like the leather. I like the colors. I think they are perfect. I wear them all the time, and I think they're very, very beautiful, very chic. They're pricey. Yes, they are leather, but they have been wearing so well, and I get a lot of use out of them. Also, these are true to size. I am 8.5 through and through, and they're 8.5. I have some other loafers where I had to size down and then break them in and all that stuff. Not with these. These are perfection, and I just think they're so sleek, you know? Love them. That's it for non-makeup products, but I do want to share with you guys a makeup case that I've discovered. I've been looking for a good makeup case, I want to say for about 6 months, and I finally discovered this one right here. This is from Etoile, I don't know, but I have it in 2 different sizes. This is the smaller size. And first of all, the color is beautiful. You can put so many things here. And then you have an insert, and you can take this out and completely clean it out. So even if you have straight up stain, I was able to remove that. And I just like that it's tall. So a foundation or a perfume will 100% fit in here. Even a taller foundation, it looks like it wouldn't fit, but it will close. So I find this so practical. I was gone for, I don't know, 2-3 days, and that all my makeup fit in here. Again, this is the smaller version. You can also get your initials here if you want to, and that's how it looks like. I really like it, but I also have a bigger size. So this is the bigger size. I don't have it zipped up. It looks prettier when it's zipped up. But this one, obviously it's much wider. Let me get the other one. Here you guys can see side by side. This left one is, I think, the biggest one they offer that's this style. So there is quite a big difference, but when I travel for just a few days, I don't need a ton of makeup. I can fit everything in here. But this one is nice if you're traveling a little bit more, or if you want to put your skincare in here. This does come with a mirror that you can take out. You can put whatever here. I would just put eyeshadow palettes in here or things that I want flat. And then on the bottom, again, you have room for brushes. I usually put my lip liners or mascaras or things like that there. And this one has a lot more room and more inserts. And I think it's so practical. You can fit so many things in here. And I just love the quality. I love the style. I love that you can actually wash it and it's gonna be very clean and smooth. And I love the colors. Let me close it so you can see properly. This is how it looks like. I think it is absolutely stunning. I will link it down below. They have many other colors. I personally really like this style. So for the big one is, I would, if I want to bring a ton of more makeup, or I could even put my skincare in here because it is quite tall, so you can fit a lot of things in it. I think these have been so good, so practical. I definitely got more use out of the smaller one just because I haven't had any big travels. But if I need a lot more skincare and makeup and things like that, even perfumes, you can put everything in there. It's so practical. But yeah, those were the random things that were in makeup. Now let's move on to makeup. And I have to say that I don't feel like there's a ton of new favorites. Even though I've tried a lot of products, I've been kind of stuck in my ways. So let's start with the foundation. I feel like this is where I have probably the most. You guys know my Tom Ford new foundation, the Architect Radiance. It is beautiful. It is gorgeous. It's glowy. It's long lasting. Yes, it has quickly become top 4 maybe foundations at the moment. I think it is so perfect. I love this new formulation better than the old one, and the old one was what, $60 more. So we like this. Another one that I absolutely loved was the Makeup by Mario foundation. This is more of a natural finish, but it smoothed out my pores so well. It wore so nicely. It's not too thick. I just think it's very blurring. I prefer this one over the Natasha Denona. I know everybody and their mother loves the new Natasha Denona foundation, but I prefer this one. I think it's prettier on the skin, and yeah, it looks beautiful around the pores. It doesn't get into fine lines. It lasts really well, and I think it's gorgeous. Next, we have another foundation that is actually quite similar to the Makeup by Mario. This is the Wonderskin All Day Stay Hyper Bond Serum Foundation. I would say the difference between these is that the Wonderskin has a little bit more radiance to it. It is a little bit more long lasting, and I think it's just a little bit thinner on the skin. They're very similar. They both have kind of more of that natural finish, but this one has just a little bit more radiance, and I think it's so beautiful. I know it just came out, but I did a sponsorship with them, I think last week. So I've been testing this out for a while to make sure that I loved it, that I wanted to do this sponsorship, and it became one of my favorite foundations. It is so beautiful, so long lasting. Wonderskin is known for long-lasting products, like their stains, their lip liners are extremely long-lasting, and this is no exception. And when I hear long-lasting, many times I think, oh, it's just gonna be heavy, you know, it's gonna be matte, it's just gonna not work with my skin. But this was such a big surprise. So I love it. I think it's beautiful. I do have a code with them. This is not sponsored. This video is not sponsored by them, but it is a foundation that I reached for over and over again this past month to test it out, but also because I was loving it. So that is definitely a new favorite. And one last foundation is the Victoria Beckham Skin Tint, or what is this called? Droplet something. The foundation drops. It is what I'm wearing today, and I know it's expensive, guys. I heard your comments when I reviewed this, but this is, I think, the only foundation that I packed while I was gone. I love it. It is 10 out of 10 for me. I love the way it sits on the skin. I love the radiance, the hydration that it gives, but I can powder it and let it set down. It is absolutely gorgeous. Yes, it has a ton of skincare ingredients in it as well, so that will up the price quite a bit. It is Victoria Beckham, so they're gonna up the price just because of the name, but I do love the product. It has been pretty much my go-to everyday it's kind of skin tint, and it does have pretty decent coverage. You could get like a medium coverage out of this one, but most of the time I just want it as a skin tint. I think it's so beautiful on the skin. I think it just looks kind of flawless and smooth, and it does well with my pores. So this is probably #1 foundation this month. It is so good. For powders, I don't have anything new. I use the same 3 powders over and over again. Same with the concealer. I do have one that I've been testing out, and I don't think I'm ready to put in my favorites, but I do like it. The Make Beauty Concealer. It's really beautiful. It's a very serumy, it's a light. I'm wearing it today and I do enjoy it. I'm actually wearing shade 5. I think in my last video I tried shade 4 and it was just a little light, and I feel like my dark circles were kind of peeking through it, but shade 5 works a little bit better. It's still a very light concealer. It doesn't have a ton of coverage, but it is really beautiful on the skin. So I'm still testing this one out. I can't fully put it in my favorites yet, but it is really beautiful. Moving on to a face palette, and this is the m.ph palette. This is in the lightest shade, which I love. I think it works really well. I use it all the time. Today I'm actually showing you how you can use it on top of the foundation because it is an underpainting palette. So you usually put this one all over and then you put a light skin tint and blend it all in. But today I just showed you the bronzer and contour just to see how easy it is to blend it in even on top of foundation. I love the brush that it comes with. I think the brush makes a huge difference and it's blendable. It's beautiful. The colors are perfect for my skin tone. I didn't show you the lighter colors in the demo, but the darker two, I think it just sculpts your face so nicely and blends it in. It's not too pigmented. Even though it does have pigment, the opacity of it is not full, which I like because I think it gives me a little bit more playroom and it's just easier to work with. So this has been a palette that I've been reaching for a lot, pretty much daily. If I'm wearing makeup, I will reach for this palette. And I already made a huge dent in these. And I'm kind of scared I'm going to hit pan soon on the contour shade. But yeah, I get use out of all of them. So this is a beautiful palette. Again, the brush, I don't like recommending brushes that come specifically with a palette, but this one, I almost want to say that you need it. You don't need it, but it is dual-ended, so you do get two brushes, and I think they are so practical to apply the perfect amount of product. This set has been a go-to. Another huge surprise is this bronzer from Hung Van Gogh. And it is gorgeous. It has been the bronzer that I reached for the most. It is in the shade Hardworking, and I think I like it so much because of the color. The color works so well for my skin tone. It bronzes me up more than other bronzers, but in the perfect way. It's never too orange. It's never too dark. Like it definitely gives me more of a bronze than other ones, but in the best way possible. And funny enough, I do enjoy the fact that it is not glowy, because with a color like this, if you add glow, I feel like it would be too much. But because it is matte, it's more sculpting my face rather than giving this like super bronzy summery glow to my face. It's sculpting my face, and I've been reaching for it so much, pretty much every day. I want to say I may combine this with another bronzer, but this has been a staple and it is beautiful. I love it. I love the color. I love the packaging. I love everything about this from Hung Van Gogh. Moving on to another face palette, and we know Hourglass released their holiday collection. Love them all. I think I have the lighter two right here. I use them all the time, but I have to say that the horse one is my favorite. This is kind of new to me. This was sent to me by Hourglass, but every single color is perfect for me. I think this is their best sellers. The bronzer is glorious. It is one of the most beautiful bronzers on my skin. This is the one that has a little bit glow with it. So what I'll do, sometimes I'll go with a Hung Van Gogh first to kind of almost like shape my face, and then to add a little bit of more life and glow, I can go with this one on top of it because it has that beautiful natural glow, and the Hung Van Gogh is more pigmented and more intense. But the bronzer is beautiful. All the blushes are 10 out of 10. Today I'm actually wearing the peachy blush right here. This is so beautiful. It is glowy. It is buildable. It is very smooth on the cheeks. I love it. The highlighter I'm also wearing today, and I think it is the perfect highlighter because it's soft. It has enough pigment to where like, okay, you've kind of added glow to your cheek, but it's not intense, and it's a very smooth. I also really like the middle two blushes as well. I've been wearing them. So I think that out of all my Hourglass palettes, to be 100% honest, I think that this one works the best with my skin tone, and I get use out of every single one of these. I can see myself actually finishing or hitting pan on multiple shades in here because it's perfect. And it's great for traveling because I put it in my little makeup bag and it took very little space, yet I have so many products in here. So this is definitely my number one. For highlighters this month, I pretty much stuck to my Hourglass highlighters. So the one that came in the horse palette, or the one that came in the lightest palette story, which is the deer. I just have the swan packaging, but this one is also a really beautiful soft highlighter. This is stunning. So these are pretty much the only highlighters I reached for. Chantecaille did send over their newest collection, and I have to say it is so beautiful. I did review it, I think, in my last video. It's so good. A very, very smooth, very elegant and velvety almost powder. Does not emphasize your pores or anything like that. So they came out in 2 different colors. This is the one that I took with me on my vacation, and it worked really, really well. I think they're both stunning, but I haven't had these for that long, so it's just a sprinkle of it. I wouldn't say that they're my favorites just because I didn't have a month with them, but I think they're going to become favorites. Let's move on to the eyes. And here I've tried a lot. I've tried the Makeup by Mario one. I've tried the Natasha Denona. I've tried the Victoria Beckham. I've tried the Chantecaille, Make Beauty. I've tried so many new eyeshadow palettes this month. And if you know me, you probably will know which one's my favorite. But it is the Victoria Beckham little palette. This is what I have on my eyes right now. It is perfect. I love this palette so much. The more I use it, the more I love it. In my review, I was a little hesitant just because it pulled a little bronzy yellow on me, but it is perfect for every day. I don't have to go with all the colors all over the eyes if I don't want to, but I find the basics there, you know, the warmer brown that can go in the crease. It's not too warm, but it has a little bit of warmth in it, and then combining that with the darker chocolatey color is a perfect combo. I also have ended up using the shimmery, more yellow champagne color, and I actually really like it. It grew on me, but definitely the favorite is that all over bronzy tone. I think it is so elegant. Today I actually added just a little bit of that color to my lash line and faded into the darker color, and I love that look. I think it gives a little bit of sparkle and a little bit of different texture, but it's not a super intense all over bronzy look. So I find use out of every single one of these shades. This palette is excellent. It is gorgeous. I really hope they bring it back in stock. I think last time I checked, there was Blue Mercury maybe had it in stock. I'll make sure to link it down below anywhere where it's available. But I know at Victoria Beckham, it was sold out for a while. We'll see if it's back in stock, but it is a beautiful palette. This one is worth it, in my opinion, because I'm going to get use out of every single one of those colors. So this is probably my only favorite palette this month. It's the one that I reached for. It's the one I packed with me on vacation, and it is perfection. And then I do have to give a shout out to this Chantecaille liquid eyeshadow. This is in the shade Cremant, and I used it again in my last video. I actually ordered the bronzier shade because I love the formula so much. It is such an elegant yet sparkly shade, or formula, sorry. The shade is beautiful as well, but you can sheer it out quite a bit, and it's so elegant on the eyes, guys. It is so beautiful. I find it just so wearable. You can build it up, you can sheer it out like I just did. I'm actually gonna go pick it up in store. I did a pickup in store for the other shade, and I didn't get a chance to go get it. I'm so excited about the bronzy shade, but this one's really beautiful, gorgeous, and it's just wearable, and that's what I like. I like something that's fast, easy, wearable, and I do like shiny sparkles on my eyes, but something like this is just a little bit softer. I feel like even if you have mature eyes or any dryness around your eyes, it's so perfect Yeah, I love it so much. When I did that Hung Van Gogh review, I said that my #1 product are these eyeliners, and I still stand by it. I think the eyeliners from Hung Van Gogh are perfection. They are so long lasting. I can use them in my waterline. They will not budge. They're very creamy. I have 2 shades here. I have the shade Soften the Edge and Use Your Own Judgment. Use Your Own Judgment. They're both brown, but Use Your Own Judgment has a little bit of a sparkle through it. Very, very soft. I really like this color. I like this color better than the other one. Soften the Edges is just a little bit deeper, more intense, but it doesn't have that kind of slight sparkle in it that is not necessarily noticeable, but it gives a little bit of dimension to the eye. So I love these. I'm going to purchase the black one as well, probably in the Sephora sale, because they are right up there with the Victoria Beckham liners, in my opinion. They blend in, they last a long time. I use them in my waterline all the time and they do not budge. So these have become a must in my collection. Sticking with the Hung Van Gogh liners, these are the lip liners, and they are also top tier in my opinion. They are so long lasting. I love the colors and they just perform really well. You do have to blend them a little quick. You don't want to put it on and keep building and building and building because they are quite pigmented. They have a lot of punch and you want to blend them in kind of quickly because they will set and they will not budge. So these have definitely been a favorite this month. And from the brand overall, I think their eyeliner, lip liner, and the bronzer. Those 3 things I think are incredible and worth checking out because they are a little different and honestly better than other ones on the market. So their liners, it's a yes. I love the colors. I have so many colors. I want to say 4 or 5. I don't even know. And maybe more. Maybe I have more. Maybe I have 5 of them because they're very, very easy to use and long lasting, and I love the tones. Another discover, which I know I talked about this in my last video, the KJH Sculpting Precision Sculpture Stylo. These products are very special because they are great for your lips, to almost contour your lips. And you can use them as liner, but it's meant to contour and kind of shape your nose, your lips, your eyes, even your cheeks. And I mainly use it on my nose and lips, and actually eyes. I've used them on my eyes quite a bit, and I really like the tones that she came out with. My 2 most used ones are Etch. I think this is perfect as a lip line. Look at that color. It's like a perfect cool tone. And I have been using this as my main lip liner, but I also really like Chisel. This I use more to contour my Cupid's bow, to contour my nose, even around the eyes. I think that these 2 colors are perfection. They work so well. Look how blendable they are. They do set down, so I really like them. I think this is a new, unique formula that is a very much, I think, welcome in the industry because it is a little bit of more that smudgy look that I think it's just very modern, and we don't have good undertones. And I think they did a great job with the undertones. Look at those. They're perfect. Besides those, I've been reaching for these Violette FR matte mousse lip products. I don't even know what to call them. Beautiful, incredible formula. It's so easy to wear. I feel like it makes my lips look huge because it has that kind of smooth edge, so you can really smudge it around, and it gives that lived-in lip. It's almost like you just got done running outside and your lips are just kind of plump and they have a color to them. It's almost like you stayed in the cold and you did some activity. I think these are perfection. Such a unique, cool, moussey formula. I have 3 colors. I don't know where the other one is, but I do want the red one. I'm going to get that one during the sale. So that was a formula that I truly loved. Also, I think my #1 lip product has been these Dior On Stage lipsticks. Look how many I have. I probably have more than this. I think that these are my favorite lipstick formula that I have at the moment in my entire collection. There's something so unique about the formula. It's glossy. It goes on like almost like a lip balm lipstick. It's very pigmented. Like, look at that. But the key why this is making it up there is the longevity. These are so long lasting. So it leaves the stain to your lips throughout the day. Yes, it may fade a little bit, but man, it is so long lasting. It is so beautiful. They're very creamy, very comfortable to wear, and they have so many good colors. Besides that, I have here my little daily makeup bag. Oh, I have another one here. Here I have the lipstick I'm actually wearing today. It is from Hung Van Gogh. This is in the shade Wild Rose. And I do like the tone of this rose because it's more of a warm rose color. And I pat it in the center. This is quite pigmented, so I don't want to fully swipe it, at least for the look that I'm going. I really like to pat it and blend it into the liner. I think it makes such a beautiful lip duo. The lip liner that I used was Create the Shape. I think those match really well. And I do want to mention one lip gloss product. This is from Edam, and these are the new colors. This is called the Lip Softening Balm in Paix au Chocolat, and this is a chocolatey color, and it smells like chocolate. I really don't want to put it on right now. I don't think it's going to go with my look, but it's a thick, glossy lip balm. And it has like gold sparkles all through it. Can you tell? Oh my goodness. I've been wearing this a lot. First of all, it smells so good, but it makes your lips look absolutely massive and sparkly. And I like the tone a lot. There's also a nuder one that is more gold, not chocolatey, but oh, this is so good. I also really like the packaging. And talking about sparkly ones, these new YSL glosses, I've used them in multiple videos, and I think they are absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to swatch it right under. They're both very, very sparkly. That's the YSL lip oil, and then the Edam lip balm. The Edam obviously has a lot more pigment. The YSL, it's more of a just a topper almost to the lips, but these are so good. I'm ready for holiday season. And I think I'm gonna stop here. I feel like we talked about a lot of good products this month, and I wanna know your favorites. Leave them down below. Your comments are just my favorite part of YouTube, just so you know. Even if I don't get to respond to all of them, I read every single one of them, and they help me continue doing this because many times it's just so easy to give up. But knowing that I have a community, knowing that I have you guys supporting me and enjoying these videos, it makes me want to continue. So thank you so much for all the comments, the likes, the shares, everything. You guys are awesome. So I'll see you in the comments and in my next video. Bye.